All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Talladega. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks are back. That's right, some Truck Series racing to kick off a brand new season. 70-lap race here from Talladega, and these trucks are fast. Well, who's got what it takes to bring home the inaugural victory in the new Tough Trucks? There's only one way to find out, and that is watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, some Tough Trucks action for you here on a Tuesday. It's the first race of a 10-race season, and starting it off with Talladega. Let's get this party started. All right, hey, thank you so much for coming in here and joining me on TurnLeftTV. We got a good one here for you tonight. It's a little Tough Truck action. That's right. Talladega Superspeedway in the High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks Series. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV. And excited to have you guys join us here tonight. Man, I'm excited for this one. This is going to be a good one. Be a lot of fun, I think, here on the Tough Truck Series. I guess guys joining us here, a little bit of a hitch there. Cover that up. There we go. 70-lap race here from the Tough Trucks at Talladega. And, race number one of a 10-race season. I'm your broadcaster commentator here at TurnLeftTV, Heath Johnson. It should be a fun event tonight, man. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you want a rock-solid server, there are 3 self-managed server packages you can choose from. That's right, 3 of them. That's who provides our service here at HighOctaneRacing.net. How about some WordPress hosting, online store hosting, or VPS hosting? Also available through EliteHostingUSA.com. Don't forget to join us over at HighOctaneRacing.net. If you want to do some racing with us, a quick link to our Discord server. Good way to get in touch with us. And we've been excited to have you, man. We've got some great racing, a lot of Stockcar, some GT3, some BTCC, some Indy cars, you name it, man. We got all kinds of racing here at HighOctaneRacing.net. And we have a lot of fun with it as well. Thanks for joining me here on a Tuesday. Thanks to all those new subscribers out there as well. Keep it going, man. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Get that algorithm a talking. Send it out there, get it out there in everybody's feed, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also smash the bell. And again, thank you for coming out and watching the YouTube videos. Don't forget you can share my videos with anybody on any social media platform where you can share YouTube videos. You're more than welcome to share mine here at TurnLeftTV. And I appreciate everybody that comes out each and every week to watch these races, whether they're live or on replay. And again, thanks so much for coming in. And I'm going to have a good one tonight. A good, fun, exciting race here in the Tough Trucks. High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series will be back in action on Friday for race number 10. The final race of the season will be at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We had a great one last week at Talladega. And this one will be a 100-lap race from Charlotte to crown the champion for season number 4. And that's coming up live right here on TurnLeftTV at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Bushwhacker Series. Saturday Night Thunder will also be in action Saturday night at Charlotte, 120-lap race. And it's race number 9 of that season. This is the Cup Series. This thing's been going on for 22 years. Still going strong here in the Saturday Night Thunder. The Cup Series at Charlotte on Saturday, October the 7th. I'm going to take a look at the schedule here in the Tough Trucks. Talladega kicking it off, 70-lap race. Next week we'll be at Atlanta Motor Speedway. 100-lap race there, followed by Homestead, Miami Speedway, Dover. You see Phoenix rounding out the first half of that season. Then we got Charlotte, Iowa, Texas, Nashville, and Bristol in the second half of that season. Man, what a fun season that looks like, huh? Of course, the races will be broadcast live right here on TurnLeftTV. We'll be going to the qualification session here in just about a minute. Let's take a look at the track here at Dega. Does anybody who knows anything about racing not know about Talladega? It's a super speedway, and it's located in Alabama. 2.666 is the Devil's Track. Miles in length, 4.28 kilometers. 4 turns, of course. Turns 1 and 2 at 33 degrees, 32.5-ish for 3 and 4. Triable about 16.5 degrees, and back straight at 3 degrees. Going to have to work with somebody tonight, man. Really not going to be able to do this on your own. That is for sure. So let's get ready to go to the qualification session. These guys are headed over to the qualification session. Todd Robillard joining us in the chat session. Good to see Todd out, and excited to maybe see him out on the track with us at some point. Busy work schedule gets in the way sometimes, but the Tough Trucks are back. Todd Robillard kicking off the chat for us. like John Stanley, the first one out of the box. So the 13 car, or 13 truck, I should say. I'm going to have to get used to saying truck, aren't I? It's a good problem to have. Send a shout out to Mike Schreiner and all his work on getting these trucks out. We were lucky enough there, sort of the end stages, to be able to do some testing with the trucks. And waiting on, sort of get some things together, get a car set going on this for the mod. We'll hopefully get one very soon. Got some of the best people in the business working on that. .13688 in that first sector for John Stanley. Take a look at where we are for sector number 2. 18195 in sector number 2. Givaldo, there he is. Like clockwork, Givaldo coming in here and joining us in the chat session. He's going to be racing with us tonight. Man, I hope before either of us end up in the grave that you're going to get that hat, man. I sent Givaldo a hat the first part of September, and it still isn't there. 55.024 for John Stanley. He is currently third on the grid. Dan Chesmore, the top time so far. Let's take a look at Tim Lansbury. Oh, where's he at? Tim Lansbury. Somewhere along the line, Tim Lansbury's here, I swear. Every time I click on his name, there we go. There's Tim Lansbury. The standings were moving, bro. With Dan Chesmore, the top time, 54.483. Top time for him. Steve Pierce showing second. Steve Pierce been lightning fast since he got out on the track, man. He is really excited about these trucks. Dennis Schuderchin up there. Wow, Dennis Schuderchin with a fast lap. John Stanley, Staple got Stanley with a 4.56 down to the top of the grid. Tim Lansbury looking to shoot for a 4.586 or 4.56. I'm adding numbers. He could shoot for a 4.586, I guess. 26, Paul Brown to the top of the grid. Kind of a weird place compared to some of the other tracks. 54.447 for Tim Lansbury, second on the grid there for him. He's in the 38 truck tonight. Sean Jacobs in the 24 Hooters truck. Sean said, I want to drive something that I've never seen before. We said, okay, Hooters. Sorry, that was an easy one. 54.427 for Sean Jacobs, and he is just 1/1000th of a second off the lead. Ed Palumbo in the 54 truck is shown in the 56 on the standings here, but he is in the 54 truck. See where he lands. So Claudio Bardelli Jr. to the top of the grid with a 4.05. Yeah, Palumbo second with a 4.22. Take a look at Gilmar Peixoto in the 18 truck here tonight. Tony Furtado joining us in the chat session. You need to stop driving the dump truck and get here in the dump truck. That's what you need to do. Good to see you, Tony. Hope everything's okay with you. Ubaldo joining us in here. Todd as well. So thanks so much, you guys. We have 5 people watching the stream right now. Man, I feel like Aerosmith. 54.619 for Jomar. Jomar Peixoto on that second lap. Jesus Iglesias also out here running. So right now, Jomar 15th on the grid. Let's take a look at Jesus. 54.462 for Jesus, and he is 7th on the grid in that 22 truck. Good to see Jesus out. He was so nice, he said, I added him to the... gave him the 22 number. He requested that, and I spelled his last name incorrectly. I put it S. What was it? S-I-U-S. He's so nice and correcting me. Claudio Bardelli Jr. also joining us here in the chat. Good to see Claudio. Jomar Peixoto finishing up his second lap. Oh, he's already finished. He's coming down pit road. So it looks like quals have ended effectively. So, wow, fun qualification session. Love the fact that a lot of guys came out here to qualify and race with us tonight. So excited about tonight, an inaugural return of the Tough Trucks. Thanks so much for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Let's get this party started. All right, welcome back. Let's take a look at the qualification results. Claudio Bardelli Jr. qualifies in P1 with the 54.405. At Palumbo will start second. Paul Brown, Sean Jacobs, row number 2. Tim Lansbury, John Stanley, row 3. Jesus Iglesias and Gordon Carter, row 4. Dan Chesmore, Franco Alvarez, row number 5. Row 6 will be Givaldo Spindola and Dennis Unichin. Tiago Gomez, Steve Pierce start in row number 7. And Gilmar Peixoto, the lone soldier, there in row number 8. Don't forget the Bushwhacker Series will be back in action on Friday night. It's race number 10 of the season. And that's going to be a fun race, of course. And a 100-lap race. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Gotta fix my keys to the race here. I did a little switching over. There we go. Keys to the race here tonight. You're gonna make some. Be patient here, man. Be checkup ready. Pick a lane, make good pit stops, and make some frenemies tonight. Not gonna be able to win it on your own. Definitely want to make sure you've got some frenemies to deal with. To work with to keep yourself at the front and get yourself across the start-finish line. So it's going to be an exciting one here at Dega. Of course, we all know what to expect at Talladega. Franco Alvarez joining us here in the 44 truck tonight. Excited to see what his paint schemes are going to look like. He's a great painter. Done a lot of work for us so far at High Octane Racing League. About 6.5 minutes-ish left in the warm-up session. Again, I want to say thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV on the YouTube channel. Thanks to all those people who have subscribed and stick with me here on the TurnLeftTV channel as well. I got some links down in the description of the race. Please click on those. SimLab website link. If you'd like to purchase something through them, please use my link. I'm an affiliate through those guys. I have a SimLab rig, GT1 Evo rig. I love it, man. I've been able to buy some custom pieces, attach those pieces for a keyboard tray, as well as my button box as well, the shifter. So I bought all this stuff, really off eBay, or I've gone through 8020.net and bought some extra pieces to attach to the sim rig. So it's been great. The mounts are pre-drilled for your wheels and pedals, so that's been nice as well. So please click on the link, help me out there, and if you'd like to purchase something, use my link. Thanks to all those people who've come out and subscribed, and don't forget, if you hit that thumbs up button, man, it gets that algorithm going. Gets this in people's feeds, and they see what's going on here at TurnLeftTV. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to do so, and then smash the bell. You'll get updates when races are going live, like the inaugural race here tonight in the Tough Trucks. Well, my pick tonight, wow, who is that going to be? Who is that going to be? Who's going to get the win here tonight? Tell you what, This is going to be a difficult one, man. I see a lot of strong trucks out here. I'm going to go with... I'm going to pick Paul Brown here tonight. So that's who I think is going to win this race. That might be the kiss of death. So just about 4 minutes left to go. And we've got a 70-lapper headed your way. Saturday Night Thunder will be headed your way on Saturday, October the 7th, back in action. Starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's race number 9 in the High Octane Racing League Cup Series, the Saturday Night Thunder, 120 laps from Charlotte. Definitely want to have somebody to work with here tonight, because you are not going to be able to win this thing by yourself. You're going to have to be able to work with somebody, get that extra speed that you need in the draft. Also, pitting with somebody might not be a bad idea as well. That way you're not coming down pit lane all by yourself. You see those guys trying to practice that in the couple minutes that we have left. And we'll take a look at the schedule here in the tough trucks. You see, next week we'll be at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Homestead Miami Speedway coming up on October the 17th, followed by Dover. And finish out the first half of the season at Phoenix. A great track indeed. And then, of course, so the back half of that season, Charlotte, Iowa, Texas, Nashville, and Bristol. Very, very interesting season here for season number 1 in 2023. Like Arthur Vieta joining us here, so we got another driver, 16 drivers joining us. That's pretty good turnout here on a Tuesday. Pretty good turnout. Well, boys and girls, I think it is that time, isn't it? It looks to be that time. And that's right. It's the Tough Trucks. Talladega Superspeedway, and we're ready to rock and roll. I am excited about this one, man. Here we go. All right. Don't forget, this is the High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks, race number 1 of a brand new season. Talladega Superspeedway here tonight. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV. And we're going to go over the starting order. Claudio Bardelli Jr. starts in P1. Ed Palumbo starts in the second position. Paul Brown will start third in that 41 truck. Sean Jacobs in the 24 will start in the fourth position. Starting in the 38 will be Tim Lansbury in 5th. John Stanley in 13 starts 6th. Jesus Iglesias in the 22 starts in the 7th position. The 56 of Gordon Carter will start in 8th. Starting in 9th will be Dan Chesmore. Frank O. Alvarez in the 44 starts 10th. Givaldo Spindola in the 83 starts in the 11th position. Dennis Uderchin will start in P12. Starting in the 13th position will be Tiago Gomez in the 45. Steve Pierce in the 6 starts 14th. Jomar Peixoto starts 15th in that 18 truck. And Arthur Vieta starts in the 16th position in the 14. Don't forget, boys and girls, patience. Be checkup ready. Pick a lane. Make good pit stops. And make some frenemies. So we got our picks in. At least I do. I got my picks in. I don't know about you. So Claudio Bardelli Jr. on the inside will lead the field to take the green flag. He'll be in the 19 truck this season. Got Palumbo in the 56. Palumbo Cigars sponsor machine. 77, Paul Brown on the inside. Shown in the 41 there, but he's actually in the 77 truck here once we get the car set going. 24, Sean Jacobs starts in that second row. Lansbury and Stanley side by side in row number 5. Here we go, boys and girls. Here we go. The trucks. Here at Dega in the High Octane Racing League.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Uderchin did not get a great start there. Off the pace a little bit there in that back. He hopes he doesn't lose the draft. My heavens, man. Not a good start for that 30 truck. Bardelli Jr., the 19 truck, is the leader. Paul Brown in the 77, running in the second position. Tim Lansbury third. Iglesias is fourth. Chesmore rounding out the top 5. He's in the 00 truck. And Palumbo leading that charge on the high line. That high line needs to get organized. Get some more trucks up there to get something going. Nose to tail here as they approach the start-finish line. Bardelli Jr. going to lead that lap. Take a look at Dan Chesmore in the 00 truck. Just behind him is Givaldo Spindola in the 83. Thiago Gomez running in the 7th position. Good to see those guys out. Thanks, Givaldo, for getting that crew out here racing today. A little short notice, somewhat short notice. Givaldo running it in P6. On board here with Givaldo as we approach the tri-oval, through the tri-oval, to the start-finish line. Dan Chessboard just ahead in that Blaine's Farm and Fleet sponsored Chevy. Gomez behind. Thiago Gomez in that iRacing sponsored machine. Not sure why we have an iRacing sponsored machine in RF2, but we do. Gilmar Peixoto also out here to join us tonight. He's running in the 8th position in the 18 truck. We're going to close in on P7. Gilmar in the 18, running in P8. Ducking out a little bit there, maybe to get some air through the front of that truck. Sean Jacobs up on the outside line here in the 24, following that 54. 3 guys there on the outside trying to get something going. Jacobs in the number 24 Hooter sponsor machine. Just behind him is John Stanley in the 13 truck. Stanley shown in the 14th position. Steve Pierce here giving a look here on the 6 truck. Got to be really careful on how much you play around with it. See the 56, Gordon Carter going to the high side. Steve Pierce going to follow him up there. That leaves the 44, Franco Alvarez, down on the inside. He closes back up on the 14 truck. These guys starting to get a little bit drifty now. Off the track there a little. 14 truck come off the track. That is Arthur Vieta in the 14. Starting to get a little bit more organized on that high line. Take a look at the 14 of Arthur Vieta. He is running in the 12th position. You're starting to see 5 trucks up on the outside line to see if they can get something going. They are gaining a little bit. So it's starting to work on the outside, and that's good news for those guys that want to do side-by-side racing. Take a look out on the front of Arthur Vieta's machine. You can see that outside line led by the 54 at Palumbo. Oh, man, into the... down below the yellow line there. And that got a little interesting. Gilmar in the 10. Just ahead, got off the track just a little bit. Actually, he's shown in the 18 truck in the 10th position. Tim Lansbury running in the 3rd position. That Speedco-sponsored Ford F-150. It's hard to say Ford Mustang, but it's a habit, man. Jesus Iglesias just behind him. On the back of Tim Lansbury's machine, you see Jesus. 6, Gordon Carter up on the outside line as well. Scrubbing off some speed, so maybe that outside line. Keep plugging away. Palumbo Cigar sponsored machine, 54 up on the high line, starting to make some inroads here on the leaders. Look at this. He's now on the outside and looking to take the lead. Brett Palumbo working with Sean Jacobs. They call him Sean Dega. Now the 19 car starting to even it back up on that inside. Good side-by-side racing here. So we start to get more and more drivers going up to the high line here to make it interesting. Just got to be patient when you're up there. You're really not going to go anywhere when you're, kind of crammed there in the middle of one of those lines. You just got to be patient, be careful with the contacts as we start to see a little bit of contact there. And you're going to see some ebbing and flowing here. You're going to see some oscillation of the lines. As Bardelli Jr. and that line, the bottom line now, the faster line. Paul Brown in the 77, that Skoll sponsor machine. A la Harry Gant. Running in P2. Tim Lansbury in third. Iglesias shown in the fourth position. Iglesias in the 22 truck. Shown in P4. And that top line now starting to fall back a little bit. Iglesias in the Chevy. Silverado, number 22. Paul Brown now going to the race lead. As Bardelli Jr. to the inside, and he goes up on the outside line, and now he's stuck in the middle, and he's going to lose a ton of position. So Bardelli Jr. floating back here, an 18 truck off the pace. He's trying to hold on to it. They're 3 wide. That 18 tried to grab a hold of it, and he does. So Bardelli Jr., not sure what happened to him, but he went to the back in a hurry. So now we've got two packs here. The 14, the 44, and the 14 trying to close back in. 44 car is Franco Alvarez. Now these guys are starting to close back in on these dudes. They're tightened up, so they got up on the wheel and now close back in. Bardelli Jr. in the 19, close back up. We're got some more action here, more bumping. More bumping on the inside line. Not a real good idea, I think. Start getting into a lot of contact here early on. You're going to get a huge wreck if you're not careful. These guys starting to get a little bored, I think. Colombo now to the outside, and Sean Jacobs has dived down to the inside line ahead of Paul Brown. Sean Jacobs is the leader in the 24 Hooters sponsored machine. Go back here and take a look at this earlier situation here. There may have been some contact right there, pushing the 19 up out of the way, I think. There might have been some contact with that 77. The 19's way up on the outside line. I don't know whether he had to catch the thing. He got caught in the middle and starts to fall back. So there might have been a little contact that precipitated that whole deal. Take a look out here as it's a little bit of a replay as well. On the inside is Franco Alvarez. He's running in the 7th position. So back up here live with Sean Jacobs in the 24. Paul Brown in 2nd. Lansbury 3rd. Chesmore 4th. Givaldo Spindola in the 83, running in P5. A good run here for Givaldo. 45, Thiago Gomez just behind. Franco Alvarez in the 44, trying to squeeze up there underneath the 19 truck. The 19, Claudio Bardelli Jr., running in the 6th position. He's got a little help from the 14. You know, Archer Vietta's got a lot of experience racing, so we've got a couple really experienced drivers there, nose to tail, and Gilmar Peixoto as well. And they're going to gather another driver up there. Starting to see some lap traffic here. Steve Pierce at the tail end of this. Haven't talked too much about Steve Pierce in this 6 truck, but he's been pretty calm. And these guys starting to roll up on some lap traffic. We'll take a look at the lap traffic just ahead, this 30 truck. So keep your eyes on what happens here. This line goes around. You see, Unichin gives these guys a lot of room. Patience when you go through here. You're not going to make getting past this, man. Not a good idea to really start getting racy when you're trying to get around some lap traffic. Jesus Iglesias in the 22, off pace a little bit as well. He's going to stay on the high line and let these guys by. Stays up there, lets these guys have that room. He's off the pace, 3 laps down, so I'm not even sure what happened to Jesus, to be honest with you. I must have missed the shenanigans there for him. Go back to live here with Sean Jacobs in the 24, followed by the 77. Now, Bardelli Jr. and Artur Vieira, we know they've worked together a lot in the past. They're up on the high line. Lansbury, Chesmore running in P3, P4. Here on lap 15. Action-packed here so far. Whiskey Novar says, good morning from work. Novar working. That is no good, man. We got to get you out of that job. Good to see Ritsky as well coming in and chatting with us. Might have some car set work for you here pretty soon with the trucks. He does a great job of, man, he's done a fantastic job with the Indy cars and the GT3 cars and helping us out here at High Octane Racing League and part of that Psychopath E-Racing community group. Now nose to tail here. Guys are starting to settle down a little bit, realizing that maybe green flag pit stops coming soon. Alvarez tucks in the 12th position, that 44. Actually, he ducked back out of line. The 18 truck's going to get by. That's Peixoto getting by. Now Alvarez tucks back in. Gordon Carter running in at 56. Now he wants to hold on to these guys. He does not want to lose the draft. Looks like he's going to be able to do that as long as there's no checkups here. So Gordon Carter running in the 13th position. Steve Pierce there off the pace just a little bit. He and Dennis Unichin working together. Excuse me, that is Jesus Iglesias. Unichin up here in the draft. Unichin is 1 lap down. He's in the lucky dog position. And that's Spartan Mosquito number 30. Just behind him is the 19 truck. The 19 actually is in the 10th position. 56 truck also on the outside line now, side by side with Claudio Bardelli Jr. Take a look at Tim Lansbury here running in the 3rd position, the 38 truck. And Chessboard just behind in the 00. Ritsky's asking if anybody's running the Royal Crown truck. No, I don't think so. Well, not tonight. I mean, I don't even know if it's in the car set, but not tonight, I don't believe. Adjust the height of that there a little bit. There we go. So I haven't seen it. might exist somewhere in the car set. Maybe it's one we need to paint. He's a pretty good painter, but I have had zero time to do that stuff. Got a lot of extraneous stuff going on. Work and life getting in the way. Jacobs and Brown, 1-2. Lansbury, Chesmore, 3-4. Spindola and Gomez, 5-6. Let's take a look at Thiago Gomez. He is running in the 6th position. In that number 45 iRacing sponsor machine. Good solid night here for him. Good top 10 run. How about these NASCAR BR guys that come out and join us, man? Artur Vieira, Claudio Bardelli Jr., Gilmar Peixoto, Givaldo Spindola, Jesus Iglesias, and Thiago Gomez all showing up tonight. Making a strong showing here. 16 drivers on a Tuesday night. Great, great turnout. And so far, been a great race as well. Thiago Gomez having a good race here, running in P6. Gilmar Peixoto running in the 10th position, that 18 truck. A good run here for him in the top 10. 44, just behind him, that's Franco Alvarez. Artur Vieira, Claudio Bardelli Jr. have Artur Vieira and Gordon Carter running in 12th and 13th. I think we're going to see some green flag pit stops here fairly soon. You know, maybe somewhere in that lap 30 range. How about John Stanley? I haven't talked too much about the 13 truck. Staple Gun Stanley running in the 8th position. Quiet night here for him. Not too much on the radio. Kind of likes his position right now, running behind Ed Palumbo. Pretty comfortable spot there for him. He's got Claudio Bardelli Jr. just behind. Dennis Juderchin actually just behind, but Dennis Juderchin is, one lap down in the lucky dog position. Then we have Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 19. Start to see a little movement up front here. A little challenge on the outside by that 77 truck. He's trying to entice some guys to go up there. I think he feels comfortable because he feels like he might be able to duck back in that spot. And the 38 giving him a lot of room. And that's going to allow these guys on the outside to close in. And that little deal right there just changed the game for some of these guys. Franco Alvarez and Artur Vieira said, hey, okay, you guys want to play around? We're just going to take the lead. And now Alvarez to the lead as Artur Vieira follows him through. So those guys playing around there a little bit, and now Vieira giving him a little bit of a shot. That was interesting. Saw how that turned out. Let's take a look here of Artur Vieira. Watch this. These guys playing around a little bit on that outside line. Franco Alvarez, Artur Vieira says, that's okay. You guys go ahead and play around. We're nose to tail. And we're going to zip on right on by you guys. And they now take 1-2. Since that has transpired, Paul Brown's now gotten back up there. As Alvarez, where did Alvarez go? Alvarez is out. What happened to Alvarez? He loses a connection? Something happened to Alvarez. He might have lost his connection here. Take a look at Franco Alvarez here. He might have just disappeared. There was contact there from the 14, but then I don't know, he just lost his connection. Wow, man, that was a big shake up there. So Franco Alvarez out of the race. He lost his connection, I think. That leaves Artevieta up there with the 77. Paul Brown, Tim Lansbury in the 38, Dan Chesmore in fourth in the 49, actually the 00 tonight. And Givaldo Spindola running in the fifth position. Spindola's having a great race here, P5. John Stanley off the pace there in the 13 truck. So that big shakeup has really mixed up the field. He's now out there by himself, running in the 12th position in the 13 truck. Sean Jacobs at the tail end of this. Now, I don't know whether, what happened to John Stanley to have to shuffle him back. Take a look here in the 13, the 56 up on the outside line. Just a little bit earlier here. And it just looks like the 13, maybe there's something up with that truck. He's not up to speed. Trailing off a little bit and losing track of these guys. I think he's got an overheating issue. I'm not sure. Now we'll go back up here and take a look at Gordon Carter. On the inside, try to get around Bardelli Jr. And Gordon Carter now picking up a spot. He is running in the 10th position. 56 now going to the high side here. High place moving, sponsor machine. That's going to leave the opening, I think, for Bardelli Jr. in the 19. He just want to try to get something going here. So Bardelli Jr. in the 19 truck, not filling that gap, and that allows the 56 to get back down there. The side-by-side action here with the 24 and the 56. And the 18. The 18 on the outside line, that's Gilmar Peixoto, and Gilmar tucks in. Well, Artevieta is the race leader here in the 14. And I think you're going to see some green flag pit stops happening pretty darn soon. Brickyard here joining said these drivers are doing a fantastic job. Trucks look great. 16 laps in, or excuse me, 16 drivers here, 29 laps in. And I think we're going to be looking at some green flag pit stops here pretty soon. Alvarez off the pace, back out on the track, and is shown 3 laps down. So he lost his connection. What a tough break there for Alvarez. Now trying to maybe see a miracle here and get back on the lead lap. That's probably not going to happen, but nonetheless, get some good driving in. He is battling Jesus Iglesias for position. Bardelli Jr. up on the outside line as Sean Jacobs in the 24 gets by. And Bardelli Jr. has to tuck in. He's running in P10. Jacobs running in the 9th position. Actually, Bardelli Jr. running in the 11th position now, it shows. And Sean Jacobs running in 10th. So approaching halfway. Pretty close here. Now I think we're going to see some green flag pit stops. Pitting here is not super difficult, but you got to have a friend to pit with. You can't go out there and pit by yourself. That would be devastating. Remember what my keys were: patience, B-check up ready. They've done a good job there. Pit lane, man. Pit lane. Pick a lane. They've done that. Make good pit stops. I don't even know what my race keys are. What am I doing here? And make some frenemies. You're going to have to pit with somebody when you make pit stops here. You can't go out there by yourself. And, you know, that's a huge gamble that you come off the track. You got a big wave of cars coming by you, and you're not able to tuck in and get back in line. So you're definitely going to need to pit with somebody. And that might string out the field a little bit. So you may have to pit with somebody you don't normally work with as well. That's what we mean by making some frenemies here tonight. Archiveta is the leader. Brown second, Lansbury third, Chesmore in the fourth position. Take a look at Dan Chesmore running in P4 in the 00 truck. Valdo Spindola rounding out the top five. This is getting a little messy here in the back of this pack. Billy Jr., he sees a traffic jam ahead, and this guy's sort of getting it figured out. He's running behind the 24. You see the 44 tucking in. That is Franco Alvarez. John Stanley a little bit off the pace there, but he has had the 6 car working with him. That's Steve Pierce. See the 30 and the 22 there as well. The 30 is Dennis Udichin. 22 is Jesus Iglesias. Both those Udichin 1 lap down in the lucky dog position. Take a look at Dennis Udichin in the 30 truck. He is 1 lap down in the lucky dog spot. Alvarez leading that, leading the charge there with the 3 lap down trucks. Jesus Iglesias also 3 laps down, but Alvarez running in at 44. He got disconnected, and he had a good race going on too, but now finds himself shuffled back 3 laps down. He is the lead truck 3 laps down. And in the mix, starting to see some guys get a little antsy here, a little shuffling around now. Things can happen. Bad stuff happens here. So we'll take a look at Thiago Gomez running in the 8th position in the 45 truck. Just behind him, Sean Jacobs in the 24. So these guys are starting to spread out a little bit. Jacobs running in the 9th position. Starting to straggle out just a little bit. Sean Jacobs indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane this time. So Jacobs indicating a pit stop in the works for him. It's going to be really interesting to see how this works out. Arjun Vieira, the leader. We're taking a look at the 8th place truck, the number 24, Sean Jacobs. He's down to the inside. He's going to give these guys a little bit of warning that he's going to make a pit stop. Down on the backstretch. And you want somebody to work with. Watch Jacobs there on that right side screen as he peels off the track. Come down pit lane. Nobody coming with him. He is all by his lonesome. So Sean Jacobs making a pit stop here on lap 37. And that is a lonely feeling, man. On pit lane as Artur Vieira leads the field. And I think you're going to start seeing some more guys coming down pit lane here. Here, maybe the 19 trucks coming down pit lane as Sean Jacobs finishes up his pit stop. Look at this. We got some, the leader making a pit stop. Artur Vieta making a pit stop. The 44 also coming down pit lane. The 19 coming down pit lane. Artur Vieta dives into his pit stall. Now we got a battle here between the 38 and the 77. And the 38 going to take the race lead. So Tim Lansbury. So we got a lot of guys that are going to be coming down pit lane. I'm going to watch this action. As that crew that just finished up their pit stop, Bardelli Jr. leading that charge. Vieta also coming off pit lane. Franco Alvarez off pit lane. And we see Tim Lansbury leading the charge here to come down pit lane on lap 39. Now lap 39, I should say. Actually should be, 39 now. And Givaldo Spindola is our race leader. Take a look at Givaldo leading the field in the 83. He and Thiago Gomez, and I think they're coming down pit lane this time. Givaldo indicating he's going to make a pit stop. Thiago Gomez, I think, as well. Lansbury finishing up his pit stop, coming back out in the third position. Gomez and Spindola on pit lane here on lap 39. Ooh, Gomez maybe a little bit fast there. Gomez, Givaldo is still the race leader, but that's going to change here in just a second, I believe. I think Claudio Bardelli Jr., Artur Vieta, Tim Lansbury. Looks like Bardelli Jr. and Vieta running run two. Lansbury, Chesmore running together. Givaldo coming back out on the track after making his pit stop. Good pit stop here for him, but he needs somebody to work with. He's running in P7, but he's out there by himself right now in that 83 truck. He needs somebody to work with. This is the advantage of pitting in a pack. Now, he and Gomez pitted together. Gomez did not have as good a pit stop. So now Givaldo's got about a 3-second lead over Thiago Gomez. And he's out there by himself. So he needs some help. He's running in the 7th position. He needs somebody to work with. Bardelli Jr. in the 19 has Franco Alvarez, who is 3 laps down, helping him out. The 14, Artur Vieta in this mix. So those guys running together. And our next group is led by Tim Lansbury. Lansbury and Chesmore trying to close in on. They need some more help there with maybe Palumbo and Brown. If they get a 4-car train there, they might be able to run these guys down. So we'll kind of do our side-by-side view here of this. So Lansbury leading that train of 4 cars. And that is Lansbury, Chesmore, Palumbo, and Brown. And then Bardelli Jr. leading that train of 3 cars. That is Bardelli Jr., Alvarez, who is 3 laps down, and Vieta, who's running in the 2nd position. So kind of keep your eye on that gap there for Tim Lansbury. It's gone from 4.6 to 4.2, so they are making some inroads there. down below 4. So they definitely are on the move here and catching that group. So Bardelli Jr. aware of that. Vieira definitely aware of that. Don't forget the High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series will be back in action on Friday, October the 6th. A 100-lap race from Charlotte to finish out the season. Race number 10, and a great season it has been. Who's got what it takes to tame Charlotte? There's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Saturday Night Thunder will also be at Charlotte. Coming up on Saturday, race number 9 of the season. 120 laps from a great track, and that's the Saturday Night Thunder, the Cup Series. The big boys in town on Saturday, October the 7th. They're going to John Stanley here in the 13 truck. Picking up a spot, getting around Gilmar Peixoto. Gilmar in the 18 truck now falling back to the 12th position as John Stanley in the 13 gets by. Stanley really fell off the draft about halfway through that run and has not been able to capitalize, get back up there. Take a look at Thiago Gomez. He's the back end of this little 3-car train led by Sean Jacobs. Gordon Carter running in the 8th position. Sean Jacobs is 7th. Gomez, as we're watching him, he is in the 9th position in the 45 truck. Tim Lansbury leading that charge of that group that is closing in, now under 2 seconds back. Chesmore just behind in the 00, running in the 4th position. Ed Palumbo in the 54 truck is in P5. Paul Brown at the tail end of this train is in the 77, running in the 6th position. Take a look at Dennis Schutich, and he's running in the 14th position, 1 lap down. He's not in the lucky dog position now. Got a little work to do to get up to that, but he is 1 lap down, running in P14. He fell off the pace early. And the 30 truck has not been able to recover here, and we've been caution-free so far here on lap 47. Our lucky dog position is the 6th truck, Steve Pierce. He is now in this mix. You see Tim Lansbury on the high side as this second crew has caught these guys. Now it starts to get a little interesting here as Lansbury's crew pulling that 4-car train, and wow, we almost had a big one right there. We almost had a big one. Lansbury now leading that charge on the outside. And it sort of stalls there a little bit as the 19, the 44, and the 14 have sort of tightened it back up. Iglesias in this mix as well. Now Jesus running at 4 laps down in that 22 truck. Now it starts to get a little interesting here. Now Iglesias giving them another guy to help them out. You got 5 trucks on the outside line, 4 on the bottom line. Now they're starting to get a little disorganized here. Dan Chessboard, the 00, down to the inside. He says, I have had it, man. Let's go. Ed Palumbo slipping through as well. We'll take a look at Ed Palumbo. If we find him, there we go. Yeah, Palumbo in the 54 taking charge, getting around the Tim Lansbury machine. Let's take a look at that pass. Take a look at that pass there as Ed Palumbo goes down to the bottom line. And Chesmore dives down on the inside as well and gets by the 38 truck. So Lansbury has to tuck in as he's fighting back on the high side, but it looks like Chesmore going to pick up that position. Lansbury tucks in and holds on to the draft. Something's happened to Dennis Judichin. I don't know whether he lost his connection or what. The 30 truck. Take a look at him here, and I don't know if he lost his connection or what, but he is out of the race. It says DNF. He is racing all the way from Ukraine, Kharkiv, Ukraine. So long way from the servers here in the United States. Normally has a pretty rock solid connection. We got some word that he might have lost his connection here. Don't see anything out of the ordinary so far. Maybe a little digging into the track, but he's back in it. But yeah, he definitely loses his connection, I believe. And there he goes. And it looks like he is back, however. So now he's coming back out on the pit lane. We were watching a little bit of a replay there. So he's coming back out on the track. That's good news. Unfortunately, doesn't do him any favors as far as competing for a good finish. He's right now in the 16th position in the 30 truck, 4 laps down. Starting to run up on some lap traffic. Claudio Bardelli Jr. leading this charge, the 44. Now that 44 is Franco Alvarez. Alvarez is 3 laps down. Now you see just ahead, it's starting to get a little interesting here. 13, John Stanley up on the outside line. These guys closing in a hurry, man. 18, and the 83. 18, Gilmar Peixoto, and the 83, Givaldo Spindola. What a tough break there for Givaldo. Now 1 lap down in the lucky dog position. But what a tough break there for him. He had a 5th place truck going, and after pit stops, just did not get anybody. I think he beat Gomez off pit lane in such a big gap that he lost his drafting partner. He is in the lucky dog spot, we'll say that. Just behind him is the 18 of Gilmar Peixoto. He wants to have that lucky dog position. And Palumbo in the 54, running in the 3rd position. So you see some lap traffic here. Dan Chesmore just behind in that 49 truck. Trying to get something working on the high side. This is Palumbo Cigars-sponsored Chevy. Now trying to make some inroads on the outside line. Bardelli Jr. in the 19 is the leader. Wouldn't this be a big deal to get that brand new paint scheme at Palumbo's paint scheme in victory lane? That would be awesome. Now he's inching ahead of Claudio Bardelli Jr. So this outside line organized and ready for action. Palumbo Cigars sponsored Chevy now inches ahead of Bardelli Jr. That line's on the move. Bardelli Jr. now has to tuck in. They've got to try to figure something out. Counter that. Alvarez jumps out of line. Vieta now gets around. And Palumbo is going to lead this lap, I believe. Little bit more lap traffic ahead. Gordon Carter in the 56, running in P9. Just ahead of him is Thiago Gomez. Sean Jacobs in the 24, running in the 7th position. So those guys sort of out there by themselves right now. They want to see a caution flag. I mean, at this point, your only hope of catching back up and competing for a win is a caution flag. And it's not looking good for those guys right now. It has been caution-free, and we are 55 laps in. So Palumbo, the leader, pretty comfortable position for him. Dan Chesmore is in second. Tim Lansbury is third. Now, what's the strategy here as you are the race leader? What is the strategy when you start playing this game? And I think the strategy is try to hold serve here, expect somebody to try to snooker you. Expect somebody not to be faithful. Expect Bardelli Jr. And those guys who are in this mix as well to, try to do a little strategy. You got Vieta and Bardelli Jr. working together. Brown, Lansbury, Chesmore, Palumbo, Dan Chesmore could be the sleeper here as well. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that can happen here in the next 12, 13 laps. A lot of stuff that can happen here. And I'm thinking these guys have enough fuel to make it to the end, so they're not too worried about that. As you see Dan Chesmore now taking the lead as Ed Palumbo drops back. So we saw Ed Palumbo dropping back here. And very, very interesting here. We'll take a look at this on the replay. Ed Palumbo tucks out to the high side and drops back as maybe worried a little bit about fuel. Hearing that there might be some issues here. Do these guys have enough fuel now? I'm hearing some chatter on the radio. Maybe not enough fuel. That could be really, really interesting. That could be interesting here. Let's see what happens. Dan Chesmore in the 00 is the leader. Lansbury second. Now Lansbury, this would be a big win for him. He had a tough weekend last weekend at Talladega in the Bushwhackers Series. Walked away from that race really dejected. Kind of deflated. Despondent. Darn right mad. Okay, that didn't make sense, but 77, Paul Brown, and he is running in the third position too, so he wants to win this race. Bardelli Jr. and Vieira now creeping up on the outside. So very interesting. Now they've sort of died back there a little bit. They cannot get something going on the outside. They can get a little bit, about halfway up there, and now they have to tuck back in. So Bardelli Jr. running in P5. Now you got to wonder here. Guys are talking about fuel on the radio, on board here with Tim Lansbury. He's running behind Den Chesmore. Paul Brown just behind in that Skull Bandit. Sponsored Chevy. Sean Jacobs in the 24 truck, now getting by Thiago Gomez. This 3-truck trilogy here has to, they need a caution flag. 56, the 24, and the 45. That is 7th, 8th, and 9th. Take a look at that. Bardelli Jr. going back to the high side. So is the 14. Can they get something going? Trying to get something going there. They can get up to about P2, P3, and then they die back. They just need a little bit more help. The 30 truck in this mix, and that is Dennis Unichin. Vieira into the back of Bardelli Jr. That isn't going to help. Bardelli Jr. had to catch that. These guys decided they're just going to race it. 24 truck. Oh, man. Gomez goes to the outside. And is he going to be able to slip in there? He's going to try to sneak in. Oh, man. We almost had a wreck. Almost had a wreck. There was some contact there with the 45 and the 24. Wow. Did you see that? Did you see that? My heavens, man. We'll take a look at this again. Take a look at Gomez. He's trying to make room for himself. Right here, he says, hey, I want to slip in this spot right here. And it comes across the nose of the 24, and they are on the apron. Great job by the 24 hanging on to that. Wow. That was crazy there. Guys getting a little desperate here as we wind down the laps. Uh-oh. Maybe Iglesias might have some issues here. Did he come all the way around? Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't come all the way around. Oh, into the wall. No caution flag. He doesn't come all the way around. Oh, my heavens. And Franco Alvarez almost got caught up in that as well. Alvarez almost got caught up in that. We'll take a look. Alvarez got into the back of the 83 right there. Actually, that was Iglesias. And then Alvarez trying to hang on. Watch this. Iglesias sliding up the track and hard into the wall. And then, man, Franco Alvarez in the gas here to get back going. So some late race shenanigans. They're trying to bring out a caution flag. They're doing their best to bring out a caution flag here. They are doing their best to bring out a caution flag. 0 the leader. Lansbury in the 38 is in second. Paul Brown in third. Ed Palumbo fourth. Bardelli Jr. is fifth. We have been caution-free. We've tried to bring out a caution flag. 9 cars on the lead lap. Gomez at the tail end of that lead lap there. Will he be a factor? You see where Thiago Gomez is at. Kind of get an idea where he's at. And then there are our leaders. So this could be an issue. As Gomez through the trioval areas, these guys went around. He stays low. Those guys go high. That matters, though. You see, that's going to shake it up a little bit. That's going to shake it up. Dan Chesmore gets through. And that shakes it up a little bit. Bardelli Jr. back there with Vieira. And Palumbo. Those guys mixing it up now. 14 and the 19. The 14 now dives down to the inside. He says, hey, I got to try this on my own. And he gets by Bardelli Jr. Yeah, not so fast. Bardelli Jr. says, okay, I'm back to the front. These guys still getting after it. These guys trying to bring out a caution flag. That's what they're doing. My heavens. 2 laps to go. Dan Chesmore is our leader. Tim Lansbury running in the second position. Paul Brown is in third. Take a look at Dan Chesmore on that top left lane. Tim Lansbury on board here with him on the right side. Across the start-finish line, we'll have 1 lap to go. Can Chesmore hold on? What's going to happen to Tim Lansbury? What's he going to do? Is he going to try to pull out to the outside to get around Chesmore? Is he going to lay a little bumper to the 00? What's the 77 truck going to do? How's this going to work? Through turn 3. Off turn 4. Here we go. The chase through the trioval and to the finish line. Tim Lansbury goes to the high side. Does he have enough time? Pushed by... oh, no! He's pushed by the Skull Bandit machine, and who in second? Oh, Lansbury wins that race. Lansbury gets the win. Tim Lansbury in the 38 truck gets the win. Wow. So Tim Lansbury wins the first race in the Tough Truck Series. Congratulations to Tim Lansbury on getting the win. What a finish. That's exactly why we need to redo the cameras on this stinking track so we get finishes like that. How many have we seen that have been like that? Great job to Tim Lansbury. So he gets the win. And what a great run there for Tim Lansbury. So a fantastic run there for Tim Lansbury. And a little help there. I think he owes, he might just owe Paul Brown a few bucks. That'd be my guess. So congratulations to Tim Lansbury on getting the win. Hopefully we'll be able to get him in the booth here as we get things figured out. That was a fun race to watch, and it was caution-free. Fantastic race there all around. We got to make that a little bit smaller. What do you think? Little bit smaller. Didn't come fully prepared tonight, so that is a little bit of a problem, but that's okay. That's the one thing I forgot to do, and that is Bush League right there. We'll give us just a second here to get things tightened up. Appreciate your patience with me. See, that's what I'm saying, is that it's not a very good operation I got going here. But hey, congratulations to Tim Lansbury on getting the win, and we'll see if we can't figure this out here for him. Hang on one second. Before we do that, however, we need to take a look at the final results. The final results here tonight. Tim Lansbury gets a win. Dead Chessmore finishes in the second position. Finishing in third, Paul Brown. Palumbo finishes fourth. Claudio Bardelli Jr. finishes in the fifth position. Finishing in sixth will be Arthur Vieta. Gordon Carter seventh. Sean Jacobs finishes in the eighth position. John Stanley ninth. Steve Pierce finishes in the 10th position. Finishing in P11 is Thiago Gomez. Jomar Peixoto finishes 12th. Givaldo Spindola finishes in the 13th position. Franco Alvarez finishes 14th. Jesus Iglesias 15th. And Dennis Yurchin finishes in the 16th position. So we are in a little bit of a holding pattern here, trying to get a few things loaded up. So congratulations to Tim Lansbury. We'll see if we can't get him up in the booth. All right, we're joined up here in the booth by Tim Lansbury, and he wins the first race of the brand new season, brand new series in the Tough Trucks. That had to be a lot of fun, racing around under green flag conditions. Did you have an idea that Paul Brown was going to give you a little bit of a push there?
Yeah, we were chatting a little bit, but I wasn't sure if those guys were going to get a run on us on the outside. I was just going to go with Dan. And if there was nobody coming, then I thought I might try to pull out and at least get a chance at the win. I wasn't sure if Paul was going to go or not, but I figured he might.
Well, the green flag pit stops sort of shook things up a little bit, split up into a couple of packs. But once things got bunched back up, it was a little bit of a crapshoot to try to work your way back through traffic. What was going through your mind then?
Yeah, I wasn't sure to be able to get back up there. We got a good run on it when our pack caught their pack. We kind of backed up. Dan and I backed up to Paul and the other guys. And we got about 5 or 6 of us together, and we made a good run right there initially on the outside, but couldn't quite get by him, and then we had to drop back, so we had to make another plan.
What a race. Caution-free here at Dega in the first race in the tough trucks, and you come away with the victory. And we don't have the Skyline Chili scheme here. Hopefully that'll get painted soon so we can get that 82 truck in victory lane as well.
Yeah, I found a truck with the same color, so at least I got that, but just hadn't have the right logo on there.
Well, next week we've got an interesting race at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Have you tested the trucks at Atlanta, or what are your feelings there if you have?
I don't think we've tested them at Atlanta, but that's my favorite 1.5 mile track, so hopefully I'll have some good luck there too.
Well, hey, congratulations starting off the season with a race win and maybe on your way to a championship. So awesome job to you. Congrats, Tim.
Well, thanks, Heath, and thanks for the job you do here. Great to listen to your broadcast.
Thank you, sir. All right, that's Tim Lansbury joining us up in the booth and get a big win. And that was him being excited right there. So great job to Tim. Fantastic run. And what about that, huh? Caution-free race in the first race out. And, the only problems were me and the broadcast, and trying to get things tightened up as far as the screenshot and all that. So hopefully we got that worked out. I actually created the graphic during the race, so it wasn't all bad. But, there's only so much you can do during the live stream. And I appreciate everybody being patient. And don't give me a thumbs down, man. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here tonight. It was a lot of fun, running this tough trucks. And thanks to Mike Schreiner again. I'm going to send a shout out to him and all the folks that came out here at High Octane Racing League to test when we had a chance to do that testing. And it was really a lot of fun. And hopefully we'll get our schemes in here very, very, very soon. And talking to somebody about building the car set for us and so forth. So we'll see how that goes. But hey, Bushwhacker Series headed your way coming up. On Friday nights, they'll be at Charlotte Motor Speedway, a 100-lap race. It's race 10 of the season, the final race of the season, as a matter of fact. We'll crown the champion, season number 4. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. That's right. And then the Saturday Night Thunder heads your way the next night at Charlotte Motor Speedway, 120-lap race in the Cup Series. So come on out and join us. That's race number 9 of that season. Thanks so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Peace to everybody out there. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I'm going to get out of here. I got to go to work tomorrow. And congratulations to Tim Lansbury. I am out of here.